Today we're talking about The Way Without Masters by Remi Boyer. So you may recognize the name Remi Boyer from a book that I reviewed a couple of years ago called Letters to Friends of the Spirit. And that was a really, really nice book that was very well received and I thoroughly enjoyed. This is a collection of texts that Remi wrote over the past few decades, in fact, on the topic of non-dualism. And they are... I'll show you what the format is in a few moments. First of all, maybe it's worth my showing you what's written on the back over here. Do feel free to pause the screen and get an idea of what the publisher is suggesting you'll find within the publisher, which is Rose Circle Publications, by the way, a little independent publishing house, who has been specializing in the works of Remi Boyer, which is really nice. And so I just want to give you an idea of what you find inside. So it's lots and lots of very short aphorisms, all pointing towards non-dualism. Very, very pleasant to read, very in the way that a koan might be pleasant to read. It might strike a chord, it might not. And there are 400 or so pages of these aphorisms. It's punctuated by some illustrations, some of which are more safe for work than others. The one that I just showed you would have been one of the more safe for work. So just so that you're warned. In fact, there's a whole section towards the back, which is a number of illustrations by Françoise Pellerbe. There we go. And I'm going to say it spans over about 40 pages or so. It's her sketches from the temple of Khajuraho in India from September 2010, to which Remi Boyer has added some some words, some texts of his own. But the majority of the book is simply these aphorisms, very cool short sentences or paragraphs that put you in the direction of non-dualism. I can't really describe it better than that. It's something that you might pick up and read for 5 minutes and go, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Or it might be something that you get immersed in for a few hours and come out the other side going, that was weird. And then a few days later or a few months or maybe a few years later, you'll be like, yeah, no, I get it now. That kind of thing, right? So Remi Boyer is he is bilingual, French-English, and these are all written by Remi Boyer in English originally. But I found it interesting to see his French versions of the title, The Way Without Masters. So The Way Without Masters translates into French as La Voie des Sans Maîtres, which more precisely translates as The Way of Those Without Masters, right? But then he's got two homonyms going on down here. La Voie des Cent Maîtres, the way of the 100 masters, the 100 nagas, and also La Voie des Cent Maîtres, cent being blood, the blood masters, right? Or sang réel, or the Holy Grail, or the real blood. So yeah, interesting, right? So there's. Am I going to say that it helps to know a little French to get to the bottom of these? No, generally not. Whenever there's apart from in this title here, whenever there is a play on words that doesn't really work in English, it's explained just quite kind of plainly, just so that people who are not bilingual in English and French can still get it, right? Which is absolutely fine. But I think that the bit that I appreciated the most is this. It's several parts here about the sayings of monk Durian. So you have the words of stinking monk Durian, and then a few pages later, if I can just find the beginning of the next section, would be good. Come on. Here we go. The words of luminous monk Durian, followed by the words of secret monk Durian, and then towards the very end, which I'm not going to skip to, because there's some really maybe not YouTube friendly imagery that I don't want to land on. Then there's a further section from yet another aspect of monk Durian, and once again we're exploring the various aspects of an individual, and through that exploration we also get a glimpse into the essence of what is an individual, and is it anything at all, and the ultimate concepts of being and non-being, and fullness and emptiness, and how a person can approach these concepts with a master or without a master. And I've really enjoyed reading the book. Now, again, is it going to be helpful if you've got a working understanding of what non-dualism is? Sure. Yes, it is. Of course it is. Will people who don't have that working understanding gain anything from reading this? Yes, absolutely. I profoundly believe so. Is this my recommended first book on non-dualism? No, I don't think so. I think that my usual recommendation of let me see if I can find it up here. It's just in the middle there. You can see Vajraya Kilaya, and to the left of that there is Tantra Illuminated. That is the book by Christopher D. Wallace. That is the book that I recommend as a starting place for non-dualism, and once you've read that, then works like these really open up. Right, they are clearly informed by those kinds of philosophies and so on. There we go, folks. I hope you enjoyed the short review of this rather large book. I'll leave, naturally, links to where you can purchase the book down in the description. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel in general, but of course it also helps the individual videos to get seen by more people. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. And check out the pinned comment just to see the various ways in which you can support the channel if you would like to do that. There we go, folks. Thank you again for watching. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and see you very soon with another video. Bye-bye.